Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video we take a look inside Eduard's new Royal Class release, the 72nd scale P-51D Mustang. So here it is, a beautiful boxing. If you remember, we had the 48th scale this kit come out about 2 or 3 months ago, and I did the Operation Overlord review, which was essentially the same kit. Now I have the Royal Class in 72nd scale. So 2 kits in this one. Back in the day, Royal Class, I believe you used to get 4 kits. Now you only get 2. But this price wasn't bad at all. I can't remember exactly what I paid, but it's about half of what the 48th scale one is in price. So beautiful boxing, and these are the marking options. So you have 9 options, which we'll go through a little bit later on. Actually, we have another 5 on there too. So what does that make? 14 options. So we'll see if that's the case or it's just duplicated. So definitely something rattling in here. So let me open this box up best I can here. It's very tightly done. All right, and there we go. So, well, greeted with some sparkles, which is the, right away we got some kind of pin. The Mighty Ape, sorry. Okay. We have some Brassin. Some clear parts. We have then basically 2 kits. So we'll go through in a minute. Again, we'll look at this in closer detail. The instructions. We've got masks, color photo etch, basically 2, again 1 for each aircraft. And we have a big long slice here of decals. So, all right, let me get the box out of the way and we'll dig into this. Obviously, it's 2 kits, so we just need to do half of it basically. What I will start with, we get the O masks, which are pretty cool. So these are basically for your landing gear bays. So you just stick this bit of foam in and just spray over it, saves you masking it, which is a nice little thing, especially if you're creating multiple the same aircraft. So we have those. They're in the 48 scale kit too. So we have not many 72nd scale versions. All right, where's the instruction book? This is a very thick book. Nice paper, very thick. So I'm just going to go through it as quick as possible. Boeing licensed product. So it gives an idea what we got in the Brassin parts, the resin parts. Looks like we have some exhaust, some wheels, and some seats, which we'll look at very shortly. Again, 72nd scale, so it looks great detail, but you're not really going to see it. Again, I don't want to waste much time going through this because you can just look it up on ScaleMates. But basically building the cockpit tub and the internals, checking which markings you're doing, and drilling holes where applicable. So you got 0.6 mil. Something I always forget, drilling holes. And going through here, again, it's showing you kind of like how it's going to kind of sit. And masking templates, and the part we're waiting for is the markings. So I'll hold it slightly in the angle so I don't get the glare with the glossy paper. So we've got A is this one. We have B and C. D and E. F and G. Ooh. Sorry, let me hold this. There we go. H and I. J, K. L, M. N is the British Mark III right there. And then we have the stencil markings and extras to try and sell you. So a lot of this I think get in here. You get wheels, but looks like you get a whole cockpit tub pretty much out resin. Again, 72nd scale, I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. If I was building maybe like 32nd or maybe 48th, I'd look at that. So that's the instructions, super quick. Put those back in the box. And so the difference with this one, the 48th scale, I think you got one set was the like 3D printed ones. The space set, this is just the old school photo etch, which I think is more than adequate for 72nd scale. Again, you see some various parts, most of the instrument panel, a couple of little pieces there, one for each aircraft. Again, on this, you have one piece of paper, but you have two, I think you can see it in the light. You have two offsets. Talked about the foam already. The decals, I don't necessarily get these out, but there you go. All the various markings, which are quite a few. There are quite a few. So I can put that safely back in the box. Pin, we kind of looked at already. For me, that's a little bit unnecessary. I don't really need that. But anyway, there's a pin. Quite a few of the kits I put pins in now, I think. And here's the Brassin goodies. So let's look at this first. It comes in a little separate box. It's all taped up. Okay. Okay, and top tip, when you get Eduard Brassin stuff, don't throw this foam out. This is really good stuff. This is what I use to like paint, like when I paint and mask up like the intakes or the wheel wells or that kind of stuff. Cut these out, perfect high density foam. So definitely keep all these. And this is what we got. So first of all, looks like we have a couple of seats, 3D printed, super teeny tiny. Oh, is it going to focus? See how zoomed in? I maybe zoomed in too much here. Let me zoom back out again. There we go. So we have two seats. We have the wheels. And you can see the other parts in here, exhaust stacks. I don't think we need to get all these out, but you get an idea of what we've got going on in the resin. It's actually a little resin stuff you get included. Again, you see the size of it. The wheels are nice. Things like the seats and stuff, especially buried in the cockpit tub, you're not really going to see it. So then we just into duplicates. So we've got the clear parts. Oh, zoom back out again. So we have various canopies, I guess depending on which markings you're doing. Although they look pretty similar, these three, to be honest with you. I think you do get a piece broken off. Yeah, maybe. But so if you mess one up, whatever reason, you have plenty of spares because you have 6 in here. So this is one, and we have another sprue exactly the same. So we have 6 rear canopy sections for 2 aircraft. And then we're just going to basically 3 sprues for each, 2 times 2. So we'll start with this one. Nice resealable bags. And there we go. Absolutely beautiful detail. And the wings. See all the rivets on there too. Again, 72nd scale. And idea of size. So that there is, what, about 11 centimeters long. Okay, very nice. And all right, so now we got 2 of each. So we got this sprue, which looks like panels inside the cockpit tub. Here's this plastic seat if you don't want to use a photo of the 3D printed one. Instrument panels, which you're going to have to sand off and just put the color photo etch on. Those exhausts don't look too bad. They look actually really nice, crisp molded, so I don't think necessarily need the resin ones, but you have them anyway. props, and 0 flash, perfectly molded, no problems. That's, oh, so that's the that sprue. Now this one's going to be your drop tanks. Okay, so again, 2. And there's so many different versions. There's all these different types of drop tanks. Yeah, tons. And that is it. I mean, there's not too much to it because obviously we're 72nd scale. Now, I did recently build the Corsair, the Tamiya kit in 72nds. I'm kind of walking over here to grab it. And, you know, it's like a little weekend build. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I did use the Quinta Studios with this one. But I thoroughly enjoyed building this little guy in 72nd scale. So that's why I thought, you know what? This is reasonably priced. I think it was like $45 for 2 kits. I thought, well, let's get the Mustang. I actually still never built a Mustang before. And maybe complement this pretty well. So smaller size, if your eyesight can hold it, they go together pretty well. And I'm going back to this kit. Yeah, it looks really good. The plastic's amazing. You got little resin parts. You've got tons of markings. That's going to be the hardest part about this kit, trying to figure out 2 to build. But I think it's a really good kit. Now, here's the box again. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And yeah, if you want to check it out, again, 72nd scale. If you want the 48th scale one, I think you can still find it. It's obviously going to be a lot more expensive. I think it's around about $100 for the 48th scale one if you want the bigger scale. But this 72nd scale, again, 2 kits as you've seen, and tons of markings. And I'd highly recommend this one. So thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.